Will they try and come back into the corridor here?
Zoned up beautifully at the moment, the Adelaide Crows.
Outside instead, Grimes, and it's been cut off by Johncock. Passed the fitness test 2 days ago. Sends it long. No one in the goal square. He's fit all right.
Great start there for the Adelaide Crows.
High free kick for Adelaide. And they're off. Davis with advantage. Henderson thumps that inside 50. It's a wide ball and it's a good mark to Yench.
That's a great grab. There's a super grab that. He just protects.
Pennants. He's back into the team for game number 4 and gets an opportunity to kick his first goal in AFL footy. That's what he's got in front of him, and he spears it through for the first of his career.
What's the hardest spot on this ground to kick the goal from? And that was a super kick.
Walker leads short, ignored. Tippett leads long. In his direction, goes with the palm down. Well, Walker just waited for everybody to come to him. Yench just kicked that goal short to Griffin.
It's a super kick on the outside of his foot there, Dwayne. Beautifully called.
Hasn't kicked a goal yet this year. Jonathan Griffin. Goal umpire does a bit of dancing, but it's there. Hot start for Adelaide, and Melbourne's poor starts continue.
There for the umpire.
J-Mo, he thumped it straight to Tippett.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Tippett in a one-on-one. Got a hand to it, knocked it down. Brilliant. Henderson gives it back again towards Tippett. Can he get the snap? Yes, he can. And Melbourne in deep, deep trouble.
Yeah, that was inexcusable there from James Frill in the wing here. He's direct apart.
Tried to knock it away. Rivers likewise. Henderson back in. Douglas, the little 1-2. Vince, inside 50, heads for goal. And it keeps getting better for Adelaide. 34 points. Almost 50. Umpire gave a warning there to McDonald. Big fly, Tippett. Can't bring it down. Knocks his own crumb to Yench.
Good goal.
They just keep going. 40 points. Third this year, Richard Douglas, and bounces up like a cat. Stevens, they're away again. Goodwin.
Corridor.
Dowdy can go the goal square, does. Floats it up, and Marriage this time.
Too tall. Too strong in there at the moment.
Well, when they go forward and start kicking goals, it's a double whammy.
Straight through the middle, and the margin back to 40 points.
That was
just overplayed his capabilities there, Jared.
Stevens back to the goal square. Tippett flies.
Too strong.
And paid it.
Too big. Too through from behind.
For number 3 for Kirk Tippett. And this a formality. Drives it through. Biggest margin of the game, 46 points.
well, the question's back.
This was happening to Melbourne in the opening half. Johncock back inboard. Marriage. Stevens pokes it to full forward and playing in front. That's the spot. Henderson takes the mark.
So he didn't have any contact of where he was. You had to stand on the angle and watch his lead and then try and block the lead.
Game 3, 1 career goal. And his kick just squeezes in, and it's a settler for Adelaide.
Well, that's the danger time. The very time that Melbourne start thinking that they can win.
Esper's great deft touch there from Phil Davis under extreme pressure when he slipped over.
Tippett to full forward. It's a bouncer. It's a roller. It might be a killer.
He's been the money man today, Kirk Tippett. 10 disposals, 4 goals. That's deflating for Melbourne. To kick a goal in that area of the ground is inexcusable, really. How Melbourne didn't have a sweeper for a start, but they have someone behind the pack here sweeping. You can see Cameron Bruce, but he just wasn't deep enough. It had to be Goodwin's courage.
Walker dragged down after taking possession. Sloan ridden a little. Then Burlow from 50 sends it toward goal. He's bounced it through. Dowdy showed him the ball and then handballed it away. Goodwin Walker calls for it wide in his direction, and he's got it.
Go along with the square with Griffin and Tippett. So Neil Craig lighting up his full forward line with the two talls.
Gets onto it, sends it very long. There's the backbreaker. Adelaide will win.
Good conversion. This kid hasn't had a big day, but that's a pretty handy goal from Walker. Worked okay, worked hard enough, but just hasn't fallen his way. That's often the case for a forward when you're playing that deep role in today's modern footy. But I think he's going to go, he won't die wondering. He's had 14 possessions, as you pointed out, Spud, and now got 1 goal too. So he's played his role.
I swear that was Paul Cleaser marking that ball, yeah?
It's a good kick as well.
Doughty. And he just pops it in Taylor Walker's territory. And he could finish with 2 to seal this victory.
50.
He comes to the goal line against Warnock. And game 50 won't be a memorable one for Matthew Warnock.
He's had a pretty dusty day. Warnock, he started on Tippett, and now he's going on Taylor Walker. So, showed his colours today. Matthew Warnock playing his 50th game.
Back out to a 43-point margin, and Walker has 2 in the final. And the Sherrin in the background, though.
Yep.
What a fantastic shot that was for AFL football. Every newspaper in the country with a Sherrin on the front page. Huge run-down tackle, Walker, and they're away.
Front of pressure.
Douglas long, Dangerfield, 2 to beat, hands are strong, and he can push this out to a 50-point margin.
Got some bad news for you, Dwayne, by the way.
What's that?
Sydney Morning Herald, they whited out their Sherrin and put in a Steve.
I wouldn't put it beyond them. They've been a little jumpy in rugby league and rugby union territory of late.
Digitally extracted.
And likewise the Adelaide Crows today.
I think Neil Craig will be absolutely wrapped. Won the scoreline. Obviously,
Couple in this final term.
the issue for Melbourne going forward is to get a big power forward. So Matthew Bate can work off him. Well, Matthew Bate should be in a good team, that second or third foil forward, half forward.
Peeling onto it, Yench again from 45. And he kicks another. 3 for Yench.